Have you ever considered the power of silence? It's a question that might catch you off guard, as we are so often conditioned to equate power with noise. The force of words, the thunder of actions, the influence of loud commanding presences, yet there's a different kind of strength, a profound and often overlooked might found within the tranquility of silence. Imagine for a moment the silent serenity of a calm lake, the quiet moments before dawn, the hush in a forest blanketed by snow. There's a certain magic in these instances, a potent, tangible energy that seems to hum with life. This is the essence of silence, a force not of emptiness but of potential. Silence is not a void but a canvas. It is the space where healing begins, where inspiration sparks, where the deepest parts of our being awaken to their full potential. It's like a seed buried in the ground, seemingly inert, yet brimming with the promise of life. In silence we discover a reservoir of power within us that we never knew existed. But what is this power, you might ask? It's the power of introspection, of self-awareness, of understanding. It's the power to listen, truly listen to our own thoughts, our own emotions, our own desires. It's the power to connect with the universe on a deeper, more intimate level, to feel the rhythm of life pulsating within us and around us. Silence is not just about keeping quiet or refraining from action. It's about finding a sense of peace, of balance, of harmony within ourselves. It's about tuning out the noise and chaos of the world to tune into our own inner symphony. You see, silence originates from within us, not from the outside world. It's a state of mind, a state of heart, a state of being. It's like a serene lake, calm and undisturbed, reflecting the world with clarity and depth. So the next time you find yourself surrounded by noise, remember the power of silence. Remember that within its stillness lies the potential for healing, for inspiration, for awakening. Remember that silence isn't merely the absence of noise, it is a state of being. Silence, although simple, is not always easy to embrace. In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, the world seems to be in a constant state of noise and activity. Our days are filled with endless tasks, conversations and distractions, leaving little room for moments of stillness. The city streets hum with traffic, our devices chirp with notifications, and even our minds are rarely quiet, buzzing with thoughts and worries. Amidst this whirlwind of sound and movement, finding and embracing silence can be a daunting challenge. Yet it is precisely in the midst of this chaos that the power of silence becomes most evident. Silence is not just about the absence of sound or the cessation of activity. It is about creating a space for introspection, for self-reflection, and for connection with our inner selves. It's about stepping back from the noise, both external and internal, to simply be, to exist in a state of quiet awareness. Silence is like an oasis in a desert of noise. It offers a refreshing respite, a moment of calm where we can rest, rejuvenate, and reconnect with ourselves. When we embrace silence, we create an opportunity to listen, truly listen to our own thoughts, feelings, and desires. We become observers of our own minds, gaining insights into our inner workings and the nature of our being. Embracing silence is akin to embarking on an inward journey. It is a voyage of discovery, where we traverse the landscapes of our minds and hearts, uncovering hidden truths and untapped potentials. The power of silence lies not in what it takes away, the noise, the chatter, the distractions, but in what it reveals. In the silence, we can hear our own voice, the whispers of our intuition, guiding us towards our deepest passions and highest aspirations. Through silence, we become more attuned to the subtle rhythms of life, the ebb and flow of our thoughts and emotions, the pulsating energy of our spirit. In these moments of quiet, we can find a sense of peace and clarity, a connection with our authentic selves that is often obscured by the noise of everyday life. So in the midst of the busyness, seek out moments of silence, embrace the stillness, the quiet, the peace. For it is in these moments of silence that we can truly listen, truly understand, and truly connect with ourselves. In the quiet, we can discover our authentic selves. Silence is a language in itself, a direct line of communication with the divine. Indeed, silence is not just the absence of sound, it is a profound language that transcends the limitations of verbal and written expressions. A language that is capable of communicating the unspoken, the unseen, and the unfelt. The great mystic poet Rumi captured this essence when he said, "Silence is the language of God. All else is a poor translation." These words hint at the depth of understanding that can be achieved when we immerse ourselves in the tranquil realm of silence. When we peel back the layers of noise and distractions, we find ourselves in a space where divine wisdom can be heard. Silence, in its pure form, is an invitation to delve into the depths of existence. It is a call to journey into the heart of being, where language as we know it loses its relevance. In this space, the divine communicates not with words, but with the whisper of existence itself. This is not a language that can be learned or taught. It is a language that we remember, a language that we know deep within our souls. It is a language that is as old as existence itself, a language that reverberates with the rhythm of the cosmos. In this language, every pause is a word, every breath is a sentence, and every moment is a story. It is a language that speaks in the silence between thoughts, in the quiet spaces between heartbeats, and in the stillness between breaths. Silence allows us to commune with the essence of existence, to tune into the symphony of the universe. It is in this space of silent communion that we can truly experience the language of God. It is here that we are able to perceive the subtle nuances of divine wisdom, to understand the profound teachings that are woven into the fabric of existence. It is in silence that we can hear the whispers of the divine, the gentle nudges that guide us towards our highest potential. This language of silence is a universal one, transcending cultural, linguistic, and religious differences. In silence, we can experience the universal language of love, wisdom, and truth. It is a language that connects us to the divine, to each other, and to the deepest parts of ourselves. It is a language that inspires, heals, and awakens. It is a language beyond words. Silence is the pathway to inner strength and wisdom. This profound sentiment reminds us of the timeless wisdom of Lao Tzu, who said, "Silence is a source of great strength." Silence, in its purest form, is a force to be reckoned with. It's not the absence of sound, but the presence of an immense and untapped power, a power that resides within us, waiting to be discovered and harnessed. Imagine for a moment the vast, serene silence of space. It's a silence that's not empty, but full of potential. This is the kind of silence we're talking about, a silence that's brimming with possibilities, with wisdom, with strength. It's a silence that can guide us if we learn to listen. Now consider the concept of intuition. It's that gut feeling, that inner voice whispering words of guidance. But in our noisy, chaotic world, it's all too easy to drown out this voice. We're surrounded by sounds, voices, and distractions that can easily overshadow our intuition. But when we embrace silence, we create a space for our intuition to speak up. In this quiet space, we can truly hear ourselves. We can tune into our deepest desires and passions. We can connect with our purpose. Our intuition becomes a compass, guiding us towards our true north. It helps us make decisions that are aligned with our authentic selves, leading us on a path of self-discovery and personal growth. But how do we tap into this silence? It starts with making a conscious choice to quiet the noise, whether it's turning off the television, taking a walk in nature, or simply sitting in stillness. We can all find ways to cultivate silence in our lives. As we practice being silent, we start to strengthen our connection with our intuition. We begin to trust our inner voice, to follow its guidance. And it's in this trust that we discover our inner strength. It's here that we realize our potential and start to harness the power of silence. Remember, silence isn't about being passive or inactive. It's about active listening, about tuning into the wisdom within us. It's about fostering a deep connection with our inner selves and the universe around us. In silence, we can hear the subtle guidance steering us towards our highest potential. It's a journey of self-discovery, a pathway to inner strength. And it all begins with embracing the power of silence. Silence, in its profound stillness, is a force to be reckoned with. As we've explored, silence is not merely the absence of noise or action. It is a potent force, a language beyond words that holds the capacity to heal, inspire, and awaken the deepest parts of our being. Silence is a state of being, a mode of existence that allows us to connect with ourselves, others, and the universe on a profound level. Born from the heart, silence isn't about external quietude or inaction. It's about finding inner peace, a serene tranquility that isn't easily disturbed by the world's cacophony. In these moments of quiet and stillness, we can hear our own thoughts, feel our own essence, and connect with the vast expanse of the universe. Like the calm before a storm, the pause between musical notes, or the break between breaths, silence is the empty space before creation. It holds endless possibilities within its tranquil embrace. As the wise Ram Dass once said, "The quieter you become, the more you can hear." In silence, we listen to ourselves, our desires, our dreams, and our truths. In a world that thrives on constant busyness, finding these moments of silence can be challenging. Yet, it is precisely in these quiet moments that we can discover our authentic selves. By allowing ourselves to be still, we become attuned to our inner voice, our intuition, and find a direct line of communication with the divine. Silence is indeed a language, one that transcends the limitations of words and intellectual understanding. As the great Rumi stated, "Silence is the language of God. All else is a poor translation." In silence, we can hear the whispers of the divine, the subtle guidance that steers us towards our highest purpose and potential. Lao Tzu wisely pointed out that silence is a source of great strength. It is a pathway to inner strength, a journey into the heart of our being, a quest for truth and wisdom. Embrace the silence, for it is within this quietude that you can truly hear.